Welcome. My name is Michelle and I am your emotional resilience coach. And what does that mean? I help you to take your power back, to own your story, to stand in your truth, and to no longer be the victim in your own life after living extreme abuse. All right, so today what we're going to chat about, my codependence fawns, we are chatting about people pleasing and what that means and what that looks like and how that shows up in our lives and why we want to practice not being a people pleaser. The reason why we people please is it comes from a place of fear. All right, it comes from a place of needing to hustle for others' approval, others' acceptance, and ultimately what we're looking for is for somebody to love us. And the thing is that we're not asking people to love us for who we are as we are. We are willing to do and be whatever we need to do and be so that we can get love. And that is not unconditional love. We are saying to people, I'm not good enough. I get that. So who do you need me to be? What do you need me to be so that you can love me? All right? It is exhausting. And more than that, it disconnects you from yourself. And you don't want to do that because ultimately what happens when you keep disconnecting from yourself is that you're going to get to a point in your life where you actually don't even know who you are anymore. You don't know your likes, your dislikes, what your opinions really are. You don't know what you really think and feel about anything. You're not in a place where you're used to making any sort of decision for yourself. And so you keep looking around to other people. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Because you have abandoned you and you have let go of this relationship with you to such a degree that there isn't one anymore. All right? And because you don't have that relationship with yourself anymore, you're looking to other people to fill that void in your heart that nobody can fill. Only you can. And the only way you can do that is by connecting with yourself. And one of the ways we learn to do that is to learn to not people please. It will absolutely destroy you. The other thing about people pleasing is that because it comes from a place of desperation, people pleasing will often come out as manipulation. And I know that this is a tricky one, but you will know when you are people pleasing because it will feel a little bit icky. It'll feel a little bit uncomfortable. And the reason is because you're not being sincerely and authentically you. What you're trying to do is manipulate the situation so that you can be seen, so that you can be heard, so that you can feel loved and accepted and validated. And you're looking for it outside of you. And people can't do that for you. People can't make you feel loved, validated, and accepted. Only you can do that for you. Only you need to learn to connect with yourself. You need to learn to say, hey, I am important enough, I am good enough, I am special enough to listen. My emotions are valid. How I feel is important. My story matters. All right? This is what we want to learn and understand about ourselves. When we people please, we are also avoiding conflict. And when we avoid conflict, what so often happens is we avoid conflict and we avoid conflict and we keep doing this pattern for so long. Eventually, what is actually happening is that we are building up resentment towards others. Now, this is not their fault. Again, this is something that we can actually own and we can actually change. When you start feeling grumpy with somebody, it might be because you're building resentment up against them. And that might be because you are giving your power away. Because you are saying yes to everything, no, whatever you want, sure, let's do it, without taking into consideration your own feelings and your own viewpoint. And you keep handing your power over to somebody else. And when you keep handing your power over to somebody else, you are telling yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not worth it, and you are not treating yourself and loving yourself the way you should. And by doing this, by not showing up for yourself, by not being there for yourself, ultimately what you're doing is you're saying to people, sure, treat me however you want to treat me, and you will get away with it because perhaps you're right, perhaps that's what I deserve. Because ultimately, at the core of it, you're not having a good enough relationship with you. And obviously what all of this is doing is we are in the habit of perpetuating the idea that our feelings are irrelevant. All right? We are minimizing ourselves. We are minimizing our feelings. We are minimizing our worth. We are minimizing our story because it's uncomfortable, because it's icky, because we don't want to own any of it. And when we do that, we are constantly giving our power over to other people. And unfortunately, what happens is that people who emotionally manipulate, people who are abusive, they will hone on to you. They will know this person's easy. I can get whatever I need from this person because this person has very low self-esteem or very little self-worth. And because of that, I can use, I can abuse, and you get yourself stuck into this relationship, be it with a spouse, a colleague, a boss, a friendship, a family member, any sort of relationship where you are constantly trying to win their approval by pleasing them all the time, and they are going to continually take advantage of that. So it's a habit we need to learn to get out of. It doesn't serve us and it doesn't serve them. It is just a lose-lose situation. In no way is it a win-win because we are not being authentically ourselves. We are not owning who we are. And in the start of all healing journeys, what I love to say to people is this journey isn't a quick fix. And the reason why it's not a quick fix is because you have to learn to get to know you. And that takes time and patience and commitment. Are you ready to commit to you? The less you people please, the more you tap into you, you're not losing anybody. You're not losing anything. At least nothing worthwhile. Those who love you for you will stick around. Those who don't, you'll know soon enough. But what you're gaining more than anything out of this is a great friendship. You're gaining a great friendship with you. So thank you for joining me, and please share this with anybody you think might benefit, might need to hear this. And obviously I always love to hear from you, so don't forget to leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like, notifications button, and of course, as always, take your power back and don't be the victim in your life anymore. You are a codependent no more. Have a lovely day.